A prayer today can be like a stone dropped in a pool of water. The ripples continue out, and a legacy. It is 1955, and we find a mother praying and fasting at the side of the hospital bed of her young daughter, who has been stricken with rheumatic fever. The family has been prepared that even if the child survives, she could be required to use a wheelchair for the rest of her life. For a month, the mother, she sits at the side of the bed and prays and fasts, all while her 4 other children are at home with her husband. That time in prayer, interacting with her Lord, being in God's presence created ripples. You see, the something that happened was something she never saw. It was the legacy her prayers and her faith created for all of her children, most of which who were too young to remember themselves, but know the story told by their father. She would never know of the indelible mark this would leave on her then 3-year-old son. How it would be prayer that he would turn to throughout his own life, like in 10 years when she would succumb to diabetes. How as a father he would pray for his children, and some 50 years later her daughter-in-law, whom she would never meet, would be inspired the same way to pray and fast for her child. And she certainly would have not imagined the same daughter-in-law would be sharing her story in a sermon this morning. This is Paulita Ramirez. We've not met yet. She's my mother-in-law. She was being obedient, praying, interacting with her Lord, and not giving up. Yes, something happened then. After a month of prayer and fasting, her daughter came home and went back to being a healthy, vibrant little girl. But there was another something that happened. The ripples, a legacy which continues to transform us. So may I propose, it is not pray until something happens, that PUSH acronym, but PATH. Pray and transformation happens.